Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 27th through March 5th. Oh, okay. The astrology, I looked at the astrology this week, and it is very productive for work, I have to say. But I've been surprised by some of the cards that have been coming out. They seem a little difficult. So let's see where you are with yours. The key to your situation here, we have this Three of Swords, but this Three of Swords in this deck is super interesting. Why do these want to come? Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, this Three of Swords in this deck has this elephant that's revisiting the graveyard. And so the thing about the elephants are this. When an elephant dies, the herd will file by in like a funeral procession and pay their respects. And then if they come back by, if they pass by the bones again, they stop. They remember, because remember they went to the funeral in the first place. They remember. And so they will pause and remember. And so I think that something in your heart that was not easy to deal with gets brought up this week, and there's a need to remember it, okay? But I want to say, don't get caught up in it and choose to find what was good. Right? There's always some good in every situation. You learned something, you grew somehow. There was any relationship you were in, there was fun at some point in it, otherwise you wouldn't have been in it, right? So try to remember the good stuff this week as much as you can, so that you don't get caught up in the lower vibrational energies. And I think if you could keep it high vibe, you'll do really well. There's a choice or decision to be made. The key to the situation, we have this Two of Swords. And this bird is standing there, 1 foot on each sword. Can't stand like that forever. One of those swords is going to tip and fall down, and there's going to be a need to fly forward. This card of Temperance in the heart space. Oh, wow, it's a flamingo. Okay, so here's the thing about a flamingo. First off, you have the rainbow. You don't get a rainbow without a storm. The flamingo is very balanced, standing on 1 foot. They're pink because of the shellfish that they ingest. The more that they ingest of this one particular shellfish, that shellfish has it's a bacteria that it eats, whatever. It makes them more pink. And so an algae, maybe not a bacteria, but anyways, that's how they get pink. And the thing about this flamingo, though, is he's back to the oasis where he was born. So when they're in adolescence, much like a salmon has to return home to swan, the flamingos have to return to the breeding ground. Only they can't fly yet. And so they don't all make it. It's a hard and arduous journey, but they got there. So this is what's been draining your energy. What's been draining your energy has been the long, arduous journey to earn your wings to fly. But look at you now. Look at you now. You're balanced. You are what you eat. That means, for instance, what you ingest. So, are you listening to a lot of negative news reporting? Do you go down the rabbit hole on things that bring your energy down? Are you hanging out with people who drag down your energy, or do you look for people that lift you up, right? So it's important for you to monitor the intake of what comes into your mind, what comes into your physical body, all those things, right? So you can be in balance. And then there's this waterfall that feels like the flow of abundance from the universe. This is really probably the most beautiful temperance card I've ever seen. And so it's been a struggle to get yourself to this place where you feel in balance, where you feel the blessing and the flow of abundance. And so taking the time to pause and remember the good stuff, and let go of the lower vibrational energies will allow you to lighten the load of what it is that you're dragging forward. Aries? I think Aries had this. It was a while ago when I did that one. So much baggage that doesn't need to go forward with you. And there's a need to let stuff go. So, you have been looking for that new idea. We have here the Ace of Pentacles. This Ace of Pentacles is a dung beetle. This is taking the crap that happens in your life and looking for the good in it and how can it produce something for you. That's what this is saying, that you're looking for, how can I take all the stuff that's happened to me and figure out how to use it moving forward. It's a great way to use this energy. I really like it because it says that you're not feeling sorry for yourself, you're looking for the gift. That's wonderful. Here we have the Seven of Pentacles. These two elk are back here having a fight. And this elk's like, I don't need to fight with them. I just need to figure out how to get to this low-hanging fruit. And so it's looking for the opportunities, right? These two cards both say, I am looking for the opportunity this week. And I think there's a lot of energy around the ability to pull in a lot of opportunities this week. You have this card of competition in the area of resources. And so again, we have these two elks back here fighting. You could do that if you wanted to, or you could look for the low-hanging fruit. And so I really want to advise you to not go to war. There's no reason to go to war. If something seems hard or difficult this week, then it's not for you and just keep moving forward. These two bonus cards that want to come out with the overall energies, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and behind it we have this Devil card. And so that's what it feels like. It feels like something that controlled you, manipulated you, that had undue influence on you that was not necessarily good for you. It's behind you because the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. And I think you can only stand where you are for so long. It's time to make a choice. And the choice is to move forward, to let something go. And if you need to stop for a moment and reminisce about the things that you liked about that job or that relationship, or, the house that you have to sell because you have to downsize because, freaking economy, or whatever, right? Whatever it is, take a moment, kind of like Marie Kondo, right? Take a moment, remember the good stuff, thank everybody involved for the experience, and for the lessons and the knowledge, right? There's a lot of wisdom that comes with the elephants. For the wisdom and the knowledge that was gained. And then it'll be time to move forward. And I think using your superpower of moving forward intuitively. Here we have the Queen of Cups for the action to take. It's a cow. It's a moose. A female moose. She is swimming underwater. Did you know they could do that? They can hold their breath for a long time. So you can cover a lot of ground. You can move yourself really far forward if you're willing to dive, if you're willing to move with your intuition. Trusting your intuition, right, will move you forward. The struggle here, we have this King of Pentacles. I think the struggle has been identifying exactly what it is that you want, that you're trying to master, that you're trying to create, that feels like the brass ring kind of energy there. And or it's trying to do it the very bullheaded way of, that's what I want, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, I need to do that, and I'll get there. And this card says to move in flow. And look for the opportunities when they present themselves, and then you take advantage of them, right? You don't have to fight that hard. There's low-hanging fruit. You don't have to fight that hard. And so allow yourself to move forward with ease and grace. We have the Flying Squirrel, the Six of Swords. He is moving from one tree to the other, moving away from the attack, actually using the swords to help himself get from one tree to the other. So using what you have learned along the way. as almost like a stepping stone to get you to the next stage. So, Cancer, as you're setting up for this full moon that's happening next week, where you wrap up a cycle that's about, that new moon was seeded, what was it, September 7th of 2021. What have you learned in that time frame that you can use to move forward? I am really hoping to get the full moon videos done. I don't know what I've said. I've been doing so many videos today because I'm racing against the ice storm. But if I can get those out, great. If I can't, then it's really important that you understand that you are wrapping up this major cycle. What have you learned along the way? Look for the gems in it and look for what you can use to take you to the next step. Because look, you have here, we're working with Archangel Gabriel. He showed up this morning and wanted to work with everybody. And there's a lot of, I could see in the astrology why that's such a great choice. But he's about strength. He is the strength of God. So here in the heart space, feel strong and move forward, right? And he is also the messenger, right? He brings in the news and the information, but you receive it intuitively. And look, you have here prosperity. Your actions have resulted in incoming abundance. Your decision to let stuff go and to move forward is what's going to allow the prosperity to come in. So where you feel like the prosperity has been blocked, it's now your willingness to unburden a little and let yourself move forward. You have motivation. Pray for guidance on how to increase your enthusiasm for and to focus onto the project. So whatever it is that you're trying to manifest and bring in, allow yourself to ask Archangel Gabriel to motivate you, to bring you the guidance, to help you to focus, to really work to get this done. And you have speeches and speaking, you have an important message to be delivered that can help others. So in the process of moving forward, this feels like intuitive messages coming through to you, but you may also be given advice that allows and helps others with the healing. But there is a big decision using your intuition to help you to move forward and trusting that if you just take forward the things that are joyful and you leave behind the anger and the resentment and the disappointments and look for the gem, right? In the dung beetle, right? You look for what did you learn that you can use to grow something new. Be insightful and established. Moon in Cancer this week at 9:40 p.m. on Tuesday night. Krabby Pants alert for Wednesday. I gotta say that's got some difficult energy. So Wednesday and Friday, I think you could really get your feelings hurt. So not a good time to put your neck out there. You know, that might be the time where you pull into our little shawl. I say that with all my Cancer placements. I have so many. But Wednesday, so Thursday though, beautiful, sweet energy, really sweet energy. Mercury moves into Pisces, which trines your sign after having a conversation with Saturn, who's going to move into Pisces next week. And so there's this beautiful Venus conjunct Jupiter, nice energy, and you have be insightful and established. Ground and rebalance your energies. Ground and rebalance your energies. That's this Temperance card. I'm looking here because look, she's underwater and the squirrel's flying through the air, and the struggle has been the grounding of the King of Pentacles. Sometimes just sitting on the floor and imagining that you are a tree putting roots down into the ground actually helps. But I think this is also what's on your to-do list and actually doing it. That's grounding your energy. That is manifesting. That is creating. That is taking the next step that allows you to be successful. Okay? So it could be both things actually would probably be very helpful. So because when it says be insightful, I almost feel like meditation, but sitting on the floor when you meditate. Sometimes I lay in bed and meditate. I like it. But But, oh, you know, even on the yoga mat when you get done and you just lay there, that's grounded. Okay. Bring awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or the future, right? The Three of Swords should be a very passing energy. Remember the good stuff, let go of the bad, and pay attention to where you are right now. Because believe me, when you're flying through midair right there, you don't want to lose focus and miss. Because if he misses where he's going, those swords could slice him on the way down. I'm just saying, stay focused on where you are right now, right? And then the moon moves into Leo, 10:16 a.m. on March 3rd, Friday. And again, dicey, bossy energy on Friday, but the weekend looks like a lot of fun. And if you're a Cancer rising, that is your second house of finances and stuff. So you may find that you can get really creative and something that really pops up that seems really, you have the power of purpose. That's why I was like, I felt like something creative could come to you. You have Into Me, I See, and the power of purpose. I almost feel like this, and be insightful and established, right? I do feel like meditation could do you a world of good this weekend. I want to say that on Sunday evening, you're going to want to get your ducks in a row. If you prep meals or you lay out your clothes for the week ahead or any paperwork that you can organize, whatever you can do ahead of time would be very beneficial, because the next week's got a lot of shifting energy. And so the more that you are prepared for it, I think the easier it goes. Into Me, I See says intimacy, trust in another. Trust in another, dropping shields and rigid boundaries to allow connection, the willingness to be vulnerable. You know, there's such great date night, kind of like going out and hanging out with people that you care about over the weekend energy. So I think you're being encouraged to get out and have some fun, relax a little. All work and no play is not good for anybody. And then this card, the Power of Purpose, says, oh, wrong one. The Power of Purpose says individuation, seeing your unique place in the world, a clear sense of authentic purpose, healthy self-esteem. Again, self-worth, self-value, self-esteem is second house. Leo, if you're a Cancer rising, letting go of conditioning and celebrating your uniqueness. You be you. I think really just trusting who you are and where you've come from, what you've learned along the way. Keeping the good, finding a way to use it to create something new, and allowing yourself to move forward with the healing process. Good work, Cancer. All right, I'm on Facebook every day. You can catch me there. Hopefully, I'm able to get the videos out for the full moon. And you guys take great care. I'll see you soon.